Hello everyone, this is Daria Banerjee from the Banner Law Firm, an estate planning and business attorney in Silicon Valley, California. My phone number is 650-383-7663. Today I'm going to address a topic that I keep seeing coming up quite often. If you own real estate that you rent, or you manage some commercial property, or you even have short-term rentals, you may want to consider forming an LLC to hold those properties. One question is, should it be one LLC or multiple LLCs? So it's up to you to decide. But here's one big consideration. When you combine all properties in one LLC, or you just put two in one and two in another, you are creating a pool of an asset which could be reached by all creditors, even if the claim arises just from one property. So, but why would you want to pool those properties in one LLC? So, to be a real effective LLC, you must maintain it separate from your personal expenses, from your personal use. What you're doing is you're creating a separate entity. If you're going and buying yourself dinners and put it on the same credit card as that LLC, even if you're not carrying out a business for that LLC, the creditors will say that was not a real LLC. Most likely, they will invalidate and reach into your big assets. Since you're watching a video from an attorney, the obvious is attorney's fees. Obviously, an attorney will charge you an extra for each LLC. However, you have to weigh. If that expense is so small in comparison to your potential risk that you may want to overlook that. And if one attorney is preparing several LLCs for you, several operating agreements, the cost may be so minimal, the increase in the cost may be so minimal that it may be worth it. One of the biggest considerations, what I actually see, is whether you can actually transfer that property to the LLC, because most likely you have a mortgage on that property. And there is what is called due on sale clause. Despite saying that it's due on sale, it's actually due on transfer of the property. So it may accelerate your mortgage to be due. However, many lenders still allow you to sign some waiver, show the operating agreement from the LLC saying that you maintain the full control of it, and they forgive that as an actual transfer because you are continuing to maintain it, and they will allow you to transfer that asset to an LLC. Obviously, there are benefits to forming an LLC. One of them is keeping your name anonymous. Some states disclose who was the founding member, who is the registered agent. Some don't. Some states require you to pay mandatory tax, like California has a steep $800 mandatory annual tax. Other states don't. So that's one of the biggest considerations sometimes, whether you want to form multiple or single LLC. Another consideration, you may not want to commingle one property in one state, transferring into an LLC in a different state. That you should discuss with an attorney, maybe do a structured plan where several LLCs are actually held by a holding company. That may simplify your management. But one more step, since you are talking to an estate attorney. You need to remember that an LLC is your asset, and if you have a living trust, you must fund your living trust through your life, even with assets such as your business assets. So don't forget to do the transfer of interest in the LLC into your living trust. There are other considerations like insurance, additional umbrella insurance. You can take a look on my blog. I discussed it in more details. I hope this just gives you a mind frame to start thinking whether it is worth your time and money and effort maintaining an LLC, which is separate for your rental property. If you want to schedule an appointment, you can do so by calling 650-383-7663. My website is www.bannerlawfirm.com, and I'll see you next time.